Good evening and welcome to this special edition of Chuck News Coronavirus 2020. Straight ahead on tonight's broadcast, we are one day back from our original spring break. Classes have changed for the foreseeable future. What does that mean for you? What questions might you have? Hopefully we try to answer those tonight. Also, what impact has COVID-19 had on Falcon Center and our operation? All that and much, much more coming up on Chuck News for March 31st, 2020. Good evening to all Falcon Center staff and those having watch parties around the world tonight. Hopefully you are doing so in a safe social distancing manner. We use this special edition of Chuck News Coronavirus 2020 to provide you any information that you might have, answers to questions you might be wondering as it pertains to life here at UWRF, life as a student and life as an employee here at the Falcon Center. First and foremost, these are strange and confusing times for all of us. Campus is doing everything we can to be able to provide the most information to all of you as it becomes available. The first item of business tonight will be academic success. Ultimately, the reason you all came to college is to pursue a degree. Now, these are very confusing times, as we all know. We are all learning about what remote learning looks like. Okay, that goes for you, that goes for your professors, that goes for the administration. There's going to be some confusion, there's going to be some challenges. Your job over the next 10 weeks or so until the end of this semester is find out what works for you so you can be successful. If you have not done so, I highly, highly recommend going on the UWRF website. Across the top banner is a link that says Updates on COVID-19. On that page, the second button in says Remote Success. How can you be successful remotely? There is an option that you can click for remote learning. Anything you might have a question about in terms of learning, academics, whatever it might be, as we all work through this strange situation, is on that page. Ultimately, this is your responsibility. You are all the ones that made the decision to pursue a degree. That means it is on you to figure out what works best for you. Find a quiet place to study. If your physics professor said when classes were meeting it's 3 hours of homework a night, it's probably going to be 3 hours of homework a day for your physics homework, even though you are at home. That is going to be hard. There are distractions. It's going to be easy to look out your window and see that it's 55 degrees out and you want some fresh air and you want to get out of the house. It's super easy to get on Netflix and binge watch Tiger King. And if you haven't yet, it's okay. Take a weekend and do that because it's fascinating. But ultimately, you do need to figure out what you need to do to be successful academically. If you have questions about the resources that are available, use that website. Reach out to me. If I don't know the answer, I know who we can contact so you can get the answer so you can be successful academically. Turning our attention to Falcon Center operations, one of the unfortunate impacts of COVID-19 has been that our operation has pretty much shut down. We have not gotten a chance to see each other on a daily basis or work together. Eventually, the good news is we're going to get back to normal. Whether that's this summer, this fall, that remains to be seen, but we're going to come back together eventually. So that means we do need to keep moving forward. We do need to work towards end-of-year evaluations, interviews for next year, forming our staff for the following year. So what will happen over the next week or so is Charlie will be reaching out individually to each person on our staff to set up meeting times that we can do via FaceTime, Skype, whatever it might be, to spend 25, 30 minutes with each other, just catching up, finding out how things went this last year, what we look forward to, etc., etc. For those of you who are graduating in May, you do not need to have time with me unless you really want it. I will send out a separate email to all of you that will ask that you do some eval things anonymously, talk about your experience and all of that. But all of that is to come in the next week or so. So I expect that everyone continue to check their campus email during that time. Before we go tonight, I want to encourage all of you, utilize the UWRF website. It has everything you might need to know for frequently asked questions, everything from academics to housing, dining, financial aid, general information about COVID-19 and its impact to life here at UWRF. If you have not done so, pay attention to that. There's good resources. There's a few messages from the chancellor on there as well. So please utilize that website for all of your information regarding everything related to COVID-19 and our campus. For all of us here at Chuck News, thank you for joining us for this special edition broadcast of Coronavirus 2020. Please be safe, practice social distancing, and we will be together soon enough. Good night and good luck.